Sagittarius, how you doing? Welcome to your energy tarot reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 2nd through to the 8th of June. Really fully going on into Gemini season, which is really good for you. And we did do a sort of live last week about how Gemini can affect your flower. And I find it fascinating, the combination in the Astroflower, how Gemini is also a full sign, and it is an air sign, but it's got more fire in it. And in your good self, you're a fire sign, but you've actually got a lot more air in you. And it really complements you at the moment. And I think this is really good for getting on and putting plans of action into place. Now, if you've seen the messages from energy, the general messages from energy, it sort of came out as sort of taking our place within life, taking our place in the greater family, not just within this planet, but it goes much further than that. It's also just taking your place within your life. That's where it starts. So we start with that, and that starts with action, and it seems to be within your energies that I'm getting off Sagittarius at the moment is all about that. I get this idea of sort of actions are far greater than words. Communication may be fall on deaf ears, and you may not even be able to, you may find it a little bit difficult to find the words to explain exactly what you're experiencing or what you wish to experience with the people that are around you. And I think this is, as I said, I think where actions are going to be a lot more important than the communication side. I think it will explain a lot to people around you, and I would just get on and do, as it were, because it is a very good energy for you at the moment. Sagittarius, very, very good energy for you at the moment. Okay, let's just, what we're going to do here today, we did go on to the messages from energy. We did talk about the elements. It's going to be primarily earth, followed by water and fire combinations. And we will look into your flower, which is quite phenomenal, really. There's a lot of water going on that, you know, is being expressed through you. It'd be interesting to see how it plays out through the chakra sequencing and also the messages that we get. And then we're going to be pulling some tarot. So let's just see what's going on with the chakra sequencing. I am actually on an energy line that goes through here at the moment. So we just want to kind of connect to that energy there and see what's going on with the chakra sequencing. Here we go there. Do you know what? We talk in the messages of energy, I was talking about the central point or neutral point actually being, you know, brought up to this section here. And I think this, and I said for some people, it's going to bode incredibly well for you. I think there's a real determination within your mind's eye to actually put things into action. And I think this is possibly where it starts, the excitement of life, of pushing you forward, pushing you into action. The time of talking is over, the time of action is upon us. It's that sort of sensation that comes out of the third eye. And the third eye is not loose, it's not light, it's really solid, almost like a Jedi's lightsaber rather than sort of like a nice ambient light. It's a real sort of, this is what we're after. And it feels really, it does feel really good. There's no real pressure, there's no sort of aggression in it at all. It's just very precise and focused. Okay, let's just see where that's moving on to now for you. Yeah, the communication side within the throat, because with the third eye, the throat does come through, but as I said, I think you may find it difficult to find the words just to explain to people around you what you feel and what you want physically within life. It could be as much within your financial side as in your relationship side. Just seems a little bit difficult for that sort of thing. It's moving on from there. Where's it going into? It seems to be going into the sacrum, and we saw the sacrum. The sacrum was quite important during the general messages from energy, and it was all of this grounding effect. It's about fundamental things, fundamental desires. I would like this house. Therefore, I need this job in order to pay for this house. And that's a fundamental desire for your life. How you want the house or how you want the job, that's a heart's desire. And I think that's where you can, your non-communication and action will start opening the doorways rather than you having to sort of demand it, as it were. And I think once you concentrate on those fundamental desires in your life and push it through your sacrum and sort of saying, this is a need for a want, which is really important, because all our wants are created by needs, and this is how we manifest things. We concentrate on the needs that then fall into place, which allows the want to exist. And so this is all about sort of like, cultivating your manifestation skills through action. That's what it feels like in that sort of section there. It has moved on up to the solar plexus. Now the solar plexus, a little bit more sort of feisty, and this could be the fire signs, because I'm getting it with the fire signs as well. A little bit more sort of feisty, a little bit more sort of it's not overpowering, but there's a certain degree of determination. And that's what I think it is. It's more sort of a perpetual determination rather than just spiking determination. And you've got to want it, but you've got to want it over. Don't get, don't be halted by the first hurdle. Just work your way over it or around it, whichever works for you in order to get that job, that business, or to progress your spiritual path or your emotional and your relationship side. There may well be obstacles in life. I think you can get around them very quickly. If they keep coming back and repeating, then yes, there's fundamentals that need to be sorted in order to avoid those blockages as you go forward, because everything is in a rhythmical sort of sense. So I think that's where the solar plexus is really trying to help you to sort of like have that sort of consistent determination about getting on and doing and putting into your place, taking your place, as it were. Sorry. Okay, and then if we come back to the vertical energy, the crown and the root chakra playing in together nicely in harmony, and I think that's what you're looking for within every action that you do within your life, be it on your financial side or your relationship side. Okay, let's just see what the message is from energy here. So let's reconnect, find that point 0. Here we go. There it is there. Lovely. The energy just like flushes through. Everything is like all cards off the table. We start brand new. It's lovely. Okay. And the energy point 0 is going to be your biggest tool in the going future. Okay. There we go. Connected to the energy. Do you have a message for Sagittarius? Only you know your method to your madness. And I think this is a way that do not compare. I think this is what it's trying to say here. The energy here, and because it's got a beautiful heart energy as well. What I think it's trying to say to you here is sort of saying, don't compare the way you do things with others. It's like, otherwise you will end up it will just, sow doubt within your life. And I think here is that the energy is kind of sort of like say to you, no, you're right to be or to do as you will do. If you want to eat something in particular, it's like some people like their pizzas, really well cooked. Other people like them very lightly cooked. But you like it cooked in your way and no other way. And I think the energies here is sort of saying, confront life in your way. Do not rely upon too much the advice of others. It seems this week here, you've just got to do. That's what it's about, just doing it. Really just going out there and doing it more than anything else. Really, really powerful energy. Really powerful energy. Okay, thank you very much, energy. Let's just see what's going on with your elements. So let's pull up your Astroflower. We're going to pull some cards on this. Now we're talking about the combination between earth and water and fire. So here we have that earth that comes in from Capricorn. It's crossed by that sort of fixed water that comes in from Scorpio. So this makes a very solemn energy at times, especially when you're mixing the cardinal earth of Capricorn, because at the base of Capricorn you have this water, and it does play into your karmic path on your financial side. And it is very fertile land, earth and water. It's one of the two primary things you need in order to grow something. The next thing you need is that fire, that bit of sunshine. Once it starts kicking into place, that's when it can apply the air energy, where you can photosynthesis of getting from the past to your future. So in this section here, this section here is all about the here and now and how you engage in the world around you. And I think it's a lot of productivity that's going on very close to the surface. You do have this, as I say, this cardinal water, and you have the water that goes all the way across you here, Sagittarius. There is a lot of air. And I don't think you want to be disturbing that air. And I think this is where communication will be difficult, because the thinking and the communication, the words may not go in tune. And I would be much more concentrated on how you feel about a situation, rather than, you know, is it right for everybody else? Obviously you don't want to walk on anybody, and you only want to have the best joy or connections with other people. And I think this is where you can use that mutable water there to try things out, but not really don't get carried away, don't get taken off the pathway. A little bit like what we were talking about in the crown chakra. And this fixed water that comes in here actually goes all the way around you. And it seems to be pushing on this financial side. And this is why I think there's more to be said about action rather than words for you this week. Okay, so I think we're going to pull some cards up here, see what's going on up here. But first of all, let's see what's going on in this section here, because we've got the water that converts into earth. And let's see what's seeing things in a different light. Did I say that it's like your energy's upside down? That you get the hangman effect of things? It is like, because the general energies or from the messages from energy the chakra sequencing that you are receiving today is the opposite of what the chakra sequencing that was in the general energies. And I think it's kind of sort of saying, you know, and it's helping you to see things in a completely different way at the moment, Sagittarius. And it gives you a new direction on your karmic path, because you do have a mixture of that sort of like that water, that's emotional direction. You don't need to question what you're doing. It's more a question of just how you're doing it, for you more than anything else. On this mutable earth that comes in from Virgo, which combines with your mutable water, you get the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I think this is the conviction of the solar plexus, which is that consistent energy that's pushing you forward. There's definitely a forward motion towards a plan of action here. And I think there's someone around you, because this is an air energy. This ties into you. It's about saying to you about that crown chakra, having that clear vision or that clear thinking within your crown chakra, and your consciousness will allow you to really get on and put things into action. Let's just see how that converts into that earth energy that comes in from Capricorn again. Absolutely feeling fine about it all. How does it produce here within this sort of, as I said, it's a sort of solemn energy that sort of is being connected between Capricorn and Scorpio within your sign. And that King of Cups is you. You're in total control here. In total control of the situation. You're in touch with your emotions. You're looking for the possibilities, the benefits. That's what the fish is. But it's also going through plain sailing. You don't want to be rocking too many boats here. You just want to be doing. That's all you seem to want to be doing at the moment. You know, really just getting it on. Let's just have a look, see what's going on with this water down here. What's on the fixed energy that comes through? You get the Three of Swords. Sometimes words, you know, okay, so language, in words cannot pinpoint precisely a place in the universe. Mathematics can do that, but words can't. So words describe something where mathematics tells you what it is. You know, it tells you where it is, what the shape it is, you know, that sort of thing. Where, you know, the words will describe the feeling you get off of that situation, where mathematics can't really do that. And I think this week here, within your emotional side of life, I wouldn't, you know, as I said about earlier on, don't take on too much advice from the outside world, because it may create a lot of confusion within you. And I think this is where it's sort of saying to you, you've got things to do on your financial side, going after that job, that business or that project. Just don't allow your emotions to create that doubt within you. What's going on with this mutable water within you? You get the Knight of Cups. There is definitely an offering coming in, or you are offering yourself to others that are around you. I think this is where you sort of like, if you take the emotions out of the situation, it's almost as if like you're opening a door, sort of saying, I'm here, you know, if you wish to speak to me or open up to me, please do step through the door. I'm willing and waiting to discuss and open and explore the emotional world with you, rather than you going after it. And I think this is a question of action here within relationship side. You're taking your emotions out of the situation and sort of opening the door, sort of saying, I would like to connect with you. But if that person doesn't meet you halfway, there's no point. So, you know, I think this is where on your emotional side of life, I think it's going to be a little bit matter of fact about it. Let's just see what's going on with that combination between that cardinal earth, and that fixed water. You get the Hierophant, a marriage card, really. Hierophant, the great thing about the Hierophant is that they know the steps they need to take in order to get to the goal that they're going for. This is a spiritual mastery over the physical world. And this is again sort of saying actions count much more than words, more than anything else. And I think I could quite happily put that Ace of Swords right between the two here. And that will create a scenario for you that is, you through your convictions within you and your emotional stability that you can have within you, all of a sudden you can take life to the next level of really with that Hierophant card, and putting into place, you know, your joy, which is a very physical sort of sense of things. Let's see what the general energy that blows through there. Let's see what goes through there. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I think there is a huge amount to be gained from you, for you this week here, in putting into action rather than communication more than anything else. Sagittarius. Really, really beautiful, beautiful energy for you this week here. Just a question of going ahead and doing it, living life, because that's what life is for. Okay, so thank you for being here. Hope you get the best out of this. Thanking you very much for all the subscriptions that you do, so, you know, liking, sharing, and so forth. There's the messages from energy, the general message. You'll see it around my head at some point, and also the live on Sunday at 2100 hours GMT time. That's UK time, where we can have questions and answers, and we can all find a solution together. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.